whether it be you and me to the end of eternity beginning naturally. You gotta show me love.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, justice has been served. Justice has been served. You know, these one of the cases that, I'm kind of glad that justice has been served. So, if you didn't know, the brick lady, which everybody know, came with that bogus claim that a dude hit her in the face because she wasn't giving him her phone number on social media crying. She hit for that little bread, that GoFundMe, 42, maybe 47,000, something like that. But she went to court and she was found guilty. And they sentenced her to 90 days in jail. She got to pay restitution, I guess whatever money she spent, and 10 years probation with a 10-year social media ban. So she can't be seen on social media. She can't be seen on social media for 10 years. Better not see your face. Don't show up, nothing. Because remember, when they did, the math on her, this wasn't her first, go around. She done this GoFundMe a couple of times. It was, how she was eating. So she get out there and, buddy, they say his life got put in danger and people trying to get out on, cause, she just come from the club, but you can just see how the way she act. The night she supposed to get hit in the face, she was in the club twerking on a lesbian or something like that. When you got people like that just want to go live and, again, we tore that case apart the minute it happened. Like, we were looking and, you got people like Willie D. You know what? I used to rock with Willie D. Ghetto boy Willie D, I'm cool with. It's not good to go on politics or, start doing, being a public figure. Michael Jordan, a public figure, he don't say nothing. He keep his mouth closed. Michael Jordan is smart. LeBron James don't. And it's kind of like, okay, a lot of people don't like LeBron James, because of his views. Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal used to be beloved basketball players. Now, people don't really, rock with them because of how they beliefs is. Hey, I'm voting for Trump. Snoop Dogg dance with Trump. You can lose a lot of, you can lose your credibility real quick just because people don't agree with your views. That's why people like Michael Jordan stay back. Ice Cube, speak his piece, stay back. You got to be smart in this, And Willie D came out defending her, saying that dude's a mutt. He need to be, and put down. And his daddy, his mama should have swallowed him. There's a lot of stuff, and that kind of made me not rock with Willie D. And he used to be one, and I still love his old work, his music. I'm a fan of him himself. I'd rather not deal with. But a lot of people wasn't really buying her story. And you got females like this that's out there in the world that need to be put away. I don't think 90 days is, good enough. And not only that, the guy should turn around and sue her, for defamation. Especially now she's been found guilty. Now he need to sue her, for defamation. To the highest extent of what's allowed. Because it's people like this, man, that really need to be just, they don't deserve, to really, be given a second thought once you start doing things like that. It's like your word is trash. And when everybody first heard it, like, what? But that's why they say it's always two sides to a story. You say, her face looked big, and she, the way she was outraged and acting, you thought it happened. But then, when you talk to the witness outside, it's like, no, I ain't really see all that. So it was a whole big scam, and then right along you go hit the GoFundMe. Same thing when somebody died. The first thing you do is hit the GoFundMe. The thing that happened with Ronnie G and his daughter. His baby mama, with the GoFundMe, and balling out. Don't care if her daughter dead, When you start, and still we need to look into that. Something don't come out of that soon, because Buddy and them at court, they got caught. So they gonna talk. Buddy and them don't talk, trust me. They ain't finna spend all this time in jail. They ain't just hit that hit like that. So look forward to something with that story to come near, the little Ronnie, and that's kind of like, even to today, that's my biggest, content, at 18,000, which the people came through, and I, hit the like button, you hit the like button, I bring it to you, feed me, but again, so yeah, 10 years probation. I mean, she can't do nothing. No social media, which we know she's not gonna last. She's gonna break that, and I'm telling you now, she's gonna break that probation. You know what I'm saying? By trying to do something on social media or get a fake phone, and she's still gonna be browsing online, but she better not show her face. At 90 days in jail and restitution. And again, I think dudes should come after her, and and because you got people out here, that have baby for child support. You have women that use the law to their advantage, saying, "Hey, this guy hit me and he really didn't," or "This guy raped me and he really didn't," or women dropping the loads on guys and getting killed. Women been reckless lately. These not the the women biblical. The Sarah, the Rachel, the Rebecca, the Zacharias, the Ruth, the Judith, the Esthers. This is not the women of the Bible. These women out here are treacherous. They looking for a payday. The next lick. And listen to me. I'm so glad. And give me the key. I'm good at losing stuff. I always lose stuff. Give me the key to the jail. You understand? Because I don't think 90 days is enough. I think she should have got 7 years federal time. At 85%. Because, it just irritated me, and, hey, it is. And again, the Bible say, let 2 or more witnesses, establish the matter to be true. She had no witnesses. A lot of y'all, and even on Facebook today, somebody can say something, this and that, and you go to the comments, and they always taking the person who reported the story first. Man can't even have a day in court. Yeah, he was touching my little daughter, and yeah, so I stabbed him. And you got people on Facebook, he need to be in jail. And dude, man, hey, I hope they beat him down in jail. And the man ain't had his day in court. That's what's wrong right now. Let the man have his day in court. Women ought to manipulate, the system. They worse than men now. Jezebels. I don't trust anything they say. Untrustworthy. They can't be trusted. They word have no value to it. They have no value to themselves. Most women, they out here. They'll sell their body for whatever they can get. They use their body, to lure men in. They dress provocative. They have a small mouth, not submissive. Say they don't need a man for nothing. We gonna see that. But then you on government session A, getting snaps, food stamp, whatever. You living off the government and living life luxury, doing hair on the side and thinking you living. But as soon as the government cutting on funds, where you going? Government don't care about you. She's one of them types. So I'm just saying justice been served. And we can get more of these type of stories, the outcome, with these type of stories, and like with the child support, when we start doing things and, make it, to where, these women can't abuse the system, and then I think, the world will be a better place, man. But, that's my take on it. This is, again, my 10-minute, rebuttal. I want y'all to like and subscribe, and, as the news come in, I'm going to drop it down. You know what I'm saying? Till then, you know what I'm saying? Hey, get up with me. Make sure you hit the like button. Like I said, I'm back. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? And, when there's something else drop, man, y'all chime in. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get up with you. I'm out.